Cruise news time. Wow, a mixed bag of cruise news today. Some positive, some negative. A couple stories about new cruising, cruise restart, good stuff. And then we got a couple stories about cruise lines that are struggling because of cruise shortages, limitations, as it were, because of cruise shortages. Cruise news. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Lido, Loca. I'm your host, Tony, here with the latest cruise news updates. Welcome to the show. It is the 17th of May, 2022, a Tuesday, as it were, and I am on the Carnival Panorama, and we are making our way to Puerto Vallarta for a day in port. I'm excited to go back out and explore Puerto Vallarta again. I was there just a little while ago, and yeah, I've been living that cruise life. Let me just give you a brief overview. We boarded this ship on Saturday. We've had a couple sea days, and it's been wonderful here on the Panorama. Everybody has been wonderful from a service perspective, and we've seen some really good entertainment. We've been testing the fates. You may have seen our big win at the casino yesterday. Make sure you check that video out. If you there's some more big wins in the casino yesterday that I have to share with you guys. But yes, man, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Last night we saw Celestial Strings in the Liquid Lounge, which is the first time I'd seen that show in the Liquid Lounge. I'd seen it on the Carnival Mardi Gras in a different venue. This may be one of the best original entertainment shows at sea. Have you seen Celestial Strings? What's a show that you would put up against it? I highly recommend it. Don't sleep on the Celestial Strings show. It's pretty early in the morning to be saying Celestial Strings show. Don't sleep on that if you're on the Carnival cruise ship that have it. There's only 3 ships that have it, I think. Carnival, maybe 4 ships. Regardless, go see that show. Yeah, so yeah, off in Puerto Vallarta today. Just a little update there on that cruise life. Anybody cruising right now? Gonna be cruising. Look, I'm just stalling. I don't want to talk about the news. The news is, like I said, it's a mixed bag, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. I think it bodes well for the cruise restart. Let's talk about the first cruise news story. Margaritaville at sea. This was the much anticipated transformation of the Bahamas Paradise Cruise Line, the little cruise line that would operating from West Palm Beach, Florida, doing 2-day cruises down to Freeport in the Bahamas. And they were purchased, a partnership was struck between Bahamas Paradise and the Margaritaville brand, and now they've rebranded their one cruise ship, which was the old Costa Classica, which was renamed the Grand Classica for Bahamas Paradise, and now it is the Paradise at Sea cruise ship. Of course, they had the big christening ceremony last week with the dignitaries, including the man himself, Jimmy Buffett. The godfather of that cruise ship is NFL Game Change Award winner Shaquem Griffin. So a lot of cool stuff going on. They kicked it off, and then they opened up cruising for passengers on the 14th of May. So Margaritaville at sea in full swing. This is a cruise line I'm tempted to try. I've had a couple offers from friends to go check out this cruise ship. I got to see if it works out on the schedule. But yeah, of course, I'm all the way here on the West Coast, so the the East Coast of Florida seems like a far away place. But maybe when I get home, we can fit it in. How about that? Is this a cruise? We've talked about it before. Would you like to go on Margaritaville at sea? Leave a comment below. So that's a good restart story, right? And another cool restart story is the American Cruise Line restarting the Columbia and Snake River season here in the United States. The Columbia and the Snake River, that happens out west where I'm at right now. Look, every time I hear that, anybody my age, I'm 50, I'll be 51 this year. If you talk about the Snake River, of course, I have to think about Evel Knievel, the greatest stuntman, maybe the greatest showman. I don't know. That P.T. Barnum might argue with me, but Evel Knievel, as a kid in the 70s, Evel Knievel was prolific when it came to jumping stuff with a motorcycle, and at one point he tried to jump the Snake River in a rocket car. and it failed horribly, and he crashed into the Snake River. That's all I can think about when I can think about the Snake River. But now, as a cruise commentator, I guess I should be thinking about the Snake River in terms of river cruising. I don't know that everybody realizes that you can do river cruises in the U.S., and American Cruise Line leading the way really in that effort. They've got 4 cruise ships. You can go on multi-day journeys, from short journeys to long journeys, and yeah, it's like riverboat cruising except in the United States. They also do some cruises on the Mississippi, the mighty Mississippi. But yes, if you've got any interest, make sure you're looking up American Cruise Line. And well, that's where kind of the good news ends, and we transition over into some less good news. It's part and parcel for what we're dealing with in the world today. So let me tell you about how some crew shortages are limiting cruises. But first, let me quickly invite you to subscribe if you like staying up to date with everything that's going on in cruising. All that jazz. Cruising, please consider subscribing with the notification bell on. That way you don't miss out on any of these episodes. Thank you in advance. Are you part of the notification squad? Have you ever been #squad leader? It's a game that we're playing here, right? We want you to know when the show comes out. It doesn't cost anything. All you have to do is subscribe with the notification bell. And of course, because I did all that jazz, I'm thinking of my favorite tune from the Chicago musical, Mr. Cellophane. Anybody love that? Do you guys love John C. Reilly's version of that in the movie? I'm everywhere today. It's early. West Coast. Yeah. Ooh. All right. Let's talk about it. This story came out a few days ago. Because I've been cruising, I haven't had a chance to talk about it. But Cunard has limited its capacity on some of its sailings because it has a crew shortage, and Cunard is known for their really high level of service. And Cunard was like, well, instead of piling as many people on our cruise ship as possible and then giving poor service because we have a little bit of a shortage, we're actually going to cancel some people. It turned out to be cancellation day for some people on the Cunard ships. Specifically, there are some cruises being impacted on the Queen Victoria, the Queen Elizabeth, and the Queen Mary too. And really what Cunard is doing is they've canceled some people out. I'm not sure how they made the decision who to cancel out. Those folks are getting a 100% refund and also a 25% future cruise credit that needs to be used by, I believe it's December of 2024. And look, Cunard's not the only cruise line impacted by crew shortages. I would say that most cruise lines are impacted by crew shortages, but we're starting to see more and more of these stories come out. And the big one that came out yesterday, Carnival Cruise Line, they're having shortages in the culinary area, getting their full culinary staff back, and because of that, they're going to be limiting some services, some pretty popular services on their cruise ships. What's taking the hit, you may ask? Well, the chef's table, the VIP experience, the chef's table, and the very popular Italian specialty restaurant, Cucina di Capitano. Look, you can't spend $18 any better at sea than Cucina and Gigi's. Unfortunately, Carnival making the tough decision to close down the chef's table and Cucina across all of their ships, the 23 ships in the fleet, except for the Carnival Mardi Gras. Cucina will still be there on the Carnival Mardi Gras, not the chef's table from what I'm understanding. And I am on the Carnival Panorama. We did have plans. We hadn't made reservations yet, plans to go to Cucina, but I can still make a reservation, so I'm not sure when these changes will take effect. But I'm going to try to go to Cucina this week. I'll let you guys know if I was able to do that or not. But crew shortages, not a huge surprise considering where we're at in the world today. Still a lot of challenges to get people through international travel regulations, particularly people that are wanting to work. And so, yeah, one of the challenges that the cruise industry facing right now is to get fully staffed. It's an interesting take here we see between the two Carnival brands, Cunard limiting capacity and Carnival limiting services. This ship is not limiting capacity. We're at over 4,000 passengers. We're close to 100%. It's been interesting to be around so many people on a cruise ship. Really, this is the most people I've been around on a cruise ship since the restart. But it's this ship is built to disperse the lines. I've seen some lines, but you don't really feel the impact of 4,000 people all together at once because the way the ship is designed. But yeah, 2 approaches by 2 brands inside the same company. It will be interesting to see how other cruise lines deal with these cruise shortages. Boom, that's your cruise news. I'd love to hear what you think about this stuff. Sound off in the comments, please. I hope you enjoyed the show. I sure did enjoy the show. You can show your support by hitting the like button. And look, if you don't hit the like button, I'll be forced to punish you. And your punishment will be this. Whatever your favorite restaurant is on your next cruise, well, it's going to be victimized by the crew shortage. You don't want that. And look, I was reminded yesterday of this nugget, this old video, kind of a tongue-in-cheek video of things you should not do on a cruise ship because you could do it at home. You want maybe a little bit of a laugh? I don't know. This is some old school La Lido Loca. Check out this video next. Tony for La Lido Loca. Till the next time, see you on the Lido. Bye.